Alaska hosts numerous military bases, some still active, and an equal number abandoned. The Aleutian Islands are covered in empty bunkers used to safeguard the Northwest from a military invasion during World War II. It's theorized that there even exists a secret government complex deep in Denali National Park called the Dark Pyramid, a site so secretive, so hidden, and so important that the need to keep it off the radar would trump even the lives it might take to keep it so. Denali, of course, also has a long history of Sasquatch sightings to go along with its mysterious hidden bases. The possible connection between Sasquatch, hidden bunkers, and missing people was illustrated by the strange disappearance of Nathan Campbell in June of 2020.
When people would hear that I worked for the National Park Service, they would get pretty excited. And then when they heard that I worked for the National Park Service in Alaska, they got really excited. They thought I must be on top of some dark secrets.
Government cover-ups.
Yeah. And also, the area I'm talking about is getting kind of close to the Dark Pyramid. You've probably heard of that.
Yeah.
I was part of a group to go out looking for this Black Pyramid, and it's supposedly located somewhere about 50 miles southwest of Denali. Supposedly, it's larger than the Pyramid of Giza. It's completely subterranean, and supposedly the military had set up a temporary base there to study it because it was giving off energy of some kind that they were trying to.
My name is and I am a former United States Army military specialist. After I got out of the military, I moved up here. I've lived here since that time, over 35 years. The reason I moved up here is because knowing what I knew, being in the military intelligence, number one hotspot for the Russians to bomb. So if a nuclear bomb were to go off, I might see a flash. That would be it. There would be no suffering.
His identity has been concealed for his own safety.
What I am about to tell you is classified on the highest level of security in our federal government. Telling you this could get me sent to Leavenworth for the rest of my life. During the height of the Cold War, I worked in a telecommunications center which delivered all of the high priority messages. It was not uncommon for most everybody in my office to have a top secret security clearance. Basically, there's unclass, and then there's what they call unclass FTO, which stands for encrypted for transmission only. And then you go from there to confidential, secret, top secret. And top secret is the highest one that anybody in the federal government can have. But above top secret, there is 5 levels of access. But different people, because of the background investigations that were done on them, had a top secret access level 1 or 2. I had a 3. Most of the people in the Pentagon have a 3 or a 4. And of course, the president and everybody around him has a 5. Our most important job was to make sure that the president had the information that he needed as fast as possible.
One day, in 1983, he decoded a message that left him and his colleagues completely perplexed.
We saw this message come through, and I ended up processing it, and we noticed the subject line on it was Alaskan Black Pyramid. The message itself was destined for at least 10 or 15 different commanders within our vicinity of different units. We all read the message, and it pretty much gave longitude and latitude of where this Alaskan Black Pyramid was.
Before they could figure out what this pyramid was, they had to figure out where that location could be.
This was the early 80s, and we didn't have Google Earth. We didn't have global GPS systems at all at that time. So one of the guys that I worked with had one of those desk globes that you could use for school, and then tried to find the grid coordinates on the globe. We started looking at the longitude and latitudes of where this pyramid was supposed to be. And we actually took a string, and I think it was somebody's shoestring, and tried to measure what it was saying from known to Denali at that time, and then tried to find the grid coordinates on the globe. And we would come up with all sorts of jokes about referring to the Black Pyramid in Alaska, how easy it should be to find with all the damn snow that was there. It should stand out. We figured out basically it was southwest of Denali, somewhere around the graph. Did hear about men and material being sent there. They were shipping in truckloads of generators and lights, etc., to be able to get into it to see it from the inside out.
This confidential confirmation is the first admission that the Black Pyramid does exist underground in Alaska. If the military has known about the pyramid for decades, what are they hiding and why?
In my opinion, the only reason the military or the government would cover up a find is if they found it strategically beneficial. Then they will fight to keep it secret. They will fight to put out misinformation. It's simple as that. If they don't want you to see it, they don't want you to find it, they're going to make sure you don't.
Ever since he first decoded that message 38 years ago, the specialist has been trying to find out what's inside. Based on top secret intelligence, he believes he is getting close to an answer.
I can only speculate that the Black Pyramid was put there by the same people or aliens that built the ones in Giza. The aliens were here way before us, and they may have had a civilization on this planet that died off, and they left behind pyramids for whatever reason.
Despite the fear of government lashback, this former Army intelligence specialist wants to share what he knows for the good of Alaska and its citizens.
Why am I sharing? I think that the Black Pyramid is going to surprise us all once we get into it. I honestly, in my own beliefs, think that it has so much to offer us. It's just a matter of getting there, getting in. I truly believe that it's going to have technology that is going to surpass anything that we can think of now. And in as much as the federal government is trying to cover it up, I believe that it will come out, hopefully in my lifetime, that we've got a buried pyramid in the state of Alaska.